Welcome to another video of Save My Assets.
Oh my God, this sounds like a talk show. That's cheesy.
It's cheesy?
No, it's not cheesy.
You like it?
No.
I like it.
That's all that matters. We're here to answer your questions via video because...
That's the easiest way to do it instead of typing it up.
Yeah.
Now that's cheesy.
Yeah. So,
all right.
That's right. Well, you said it right. Go on. You were right. You were right.
We're going to answer the questions from Pamela, Katie, Big Boy 70, and Shannon. So we're going to start with Pamela. Do you mind reading that?
No, it says, hey, I'm sorry. What? It says what?
Hey!
What is the name of the electric cutter or scissors you use? Okay, this is from the slipcover video of the sleep sofa.
Right, yeah.
Okay, this one here is Yamata, Y-A-M-A-T-A.
Okay.
And they're calling it a cloth cutting machine. a cloth cutting machine, Pamela. It's excellent. If you're going to be in the business, or you're going to get started in this business, or you have a lot of work to be done, this isn't that much money. Was it $80?
It was like $80. It's $90 on Amazon. You can shop around. Don't worry about Amazon. But if it is simple for you, you already have Prime or something. Actually, I don't know if this is Prime or not.
I don't know.
But in any case, it's
a lot of people carry these.
Yeah, it's down in the description below. Check out eBay too, because they might be getting away cheap for a upholsterer.
Could be used.
Like going out of business? No.
I hope not.
I hope not.
This thing here is 16 years old, so I bought this back then, and I think it was brand new. I don't really remember, but it still lasts. The thing you got to be careful with, you got to have you have this stone right here. You press, and it sharpens it as it goes along. I'll cut it on real fast, and it just simply presses it. I don't know if you can hear me or not. It simply presses against the blade, but you can dull it really easily. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. You can chew it up really easy.
It's kind of like a pencil. When you take a pencil and you keep breaking lead and you keep going down, you end up with something this small.
Right. These are
fun.
No, not at all. These are the best scissors that I've ever had. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No.
These are the best scissors I've ever had, and this thing here will cut through easy, like maybe 4 or 5 pieces at once. But after a while, your hand's going to get sore and tired. So watch how much this thing can cut through. I guess it's a rotary knife. They
call it an octagonal rotary cutter.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because the octagon here, or octagonal, the shape here, it has to be that way if it was smooth, I think, or flat, Pamela. If it's not flat, if it's smooth and round, thank you. I feel like I'm rushing. Smooth and round, then I think that was for silk.
Really?
Yeah, you don't use this with silk.
Really?
So for the thicker, heavier fabrics like upholstery here, then you need that octagon shape.
Okay,
but
it
watch
cuts
this.
It through really easy.
Yeah, it goes up to 1 inch. This thing broke on me, but it doesn't matter. Right here. Check that out.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty heavy duty right there. Now, you're not going to be cutting that many unless you're doing that many slip covers or something. If you go by the pattern, huh?
That's a good luck.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible. But you're doing cording, you're doing a heavy, thick fabric. Maybe your scissors are a little dull, like mine get often. Then, this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So that I would go with if you're going to be in the business. It's inexpensive, as Grant said, and it's available.
Now, this thing we want to take out just for show. This guy right here, you got this on eBay as well, right?
Yeah. I think this was about 18 years ago. Yeah, maybe 20. It doesn't matter. This one is called the Wolf Machine Company. It's insane. I love this thing. It's a 1/2 horsepower. The RPMs on are 3,600.
That's
and
a lot.
They use these in factories.
Okay.
So you'd go in these huge factories, they'd have massive tables, and they'd lay out the pattern for, let's say, a 3-seat cushion or a 6-cushion sofa, and they would lay out the patterns and they would just cut around. They also do it for clothing, apparel, okay? And this thing will cut, this is insane. You drop, it's been a while since I've used it, but you drop that little foot down on the fabric there.
Okay.
And the cord usually in the factories are hanging from the ceiling, and they just go all the way around your pattern just like that, and it'll cut your arm off.
Yeah, this thing is very sharp. And actually, the interesting thing is, when I was younger, I always thought this thing had like a toothed blade, like a serrated blade.
Nope.
But it really doesn't. It's just a smooth razor blade, and it has a built-in sharpener that you can sharpen this thing with.
Yeah.
This thing
you
new,
drop that down there.
You said it was like $2,000 new?
That's what I remember, yeah. I did some research trying to see what a new one was. I think I already said the price. I paid $80 for this thing. It was an upholstery business going out. And I got it like maybe 20 years ago, 18, 20 years ago.
So this is really nice.
18.
Obviously, you're not going to need this,
No, you
but
don't
it's
need
just
this.
a kind of cool thing to show.
But it cuts foam. It's insane. This thing is great. It does a much better job than
Here.
the Bosch, which I paid $365 for. You see, it'll cut right through there. Hold that in there. Thank you. Nice and smooth. Look at that.
What happens with the Bosch is it has those serrated teeth or whatever, and it will shred this thing like nobody's business.
It does the job, but this is so much smoother. However, it weighs a good amount. I don't know, maybe 20 pounds. I'm not exactly sure. But there you go. So go with this circular knife. I guess that's what it's called, a rotary knife. You're going to love it. If you're in the business, please get it. It's going to save you. My dad was so impressed.
Yeah?
He's like, I told him, I said, Dad, you know what? I got this new machine. And he said, okay. And I said, you want to have a little contest? He goes, man, you don't need that thing. And I was like, what's wrong with it? So we went ahead and had a little contest. Man, I tell you, he started cutting, the cording and stuff like that. And I grabbed this thing and just, and he gave up. Halfway, just put his scissors down and started laughing.
That's funny.
Wasn't really laughing, but he was.
He was crying inside, but laughing outside.
We won. So, but
That's
he was
funny.
impressed. At the end, he's like, okay, I give up.
That is crazy. All right, so hopefully that answers your question.
Yep.
Very simple. Look in the link below. You'll find it, or just go ahead and shop for a octagonal rotary knife. Kind of weird word.
Yep. Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you. All right, so the next question that we have is from Katie Mayflower, and her question is, I just bought 2 mid-century club chairs, and they have no cushions. My question is how to measure when you have no cushion. Should I measure a little bit bigger so it fits tightly, or just touching the back and the arms? So we're going to stop right there because I think she has a little bit more questions, but let's address that first.
Okay.
I pulled up a photo of what it looks like. She didn't send any photos, but based off of the name that she provided, this is what I came up with. And
I like them.
Yeah,
They're good
they're
looking.
nice chairs.
I love those chairs.
In fact, we have a designer, I believe, that's going to be doing chairs that look just like these in the near future, and she did some a little while back, so we had to do this not that long ago.
Right.
So
they lost them, like in transfer.
Yeah, that's right, the cushion covers, hopefully not the furniture.
No, just the covers, no.
Yeah, so they didn't lose the furniture. In any case,
cushions.
how would you get started with this first?
First thing I would do is what is the height from the floor on up to the seat platform?
Without any foam, of course.
Without any foam, yeah, because that determines the thickness of the foam that you want to put on.
Right.
Okay, so the average height of a chair is about 18 to 21 inches.
Okay.
Okay, so you can work within that 3-inch range. Okay, and let's just say, for example, yours is 18. Okay. All right, from the floor on up to the wood of the platform.
With no foam.
With no foam.
Okay.
So let's just work with this then. So now you got 3 inches of foam in there. Okay, it isn't going to hurt if you do a 3-inch band. Okay, because I see Katie. It's Katie, right?
Yeah.
Katie, I don't know if you're doing the covers yourself or not. So what we want is a 3-inch band. I don't like going lower than a 3-inch band when it comes to a full-size seat cushion.
It looks nice. If you do a 2-inch, it looks like you lost something.
Right. So 3 is the lowest I would go. I like 4 or 5 inches. Okay. But if you're at 18 inches from the floor on up, you can't use that big of foam in there. It's going to be a little high looking.
Right.
And you know another thing too, Katie, you got to stick to the proportion, if you haven't already thought of it, but I think you have, you got to stick to the proportion of the furniture. So if it's kind of like stout or dainty, you don't want something this big sitting on there. That's not going to work, right?
Right.
So let's just go back to the original thought, 18 inches. You could do, I would do a 4-inch piece of foam in there and make my bands 3 inches.
Right. Okay. So what you really want to do is your cushion is dictated by the actual furniture.
And the
so
height, yeah.
No matter if it's the width, it's the depth, it's always the cushion cover is dictated by the furniture. The foam is dictated by the cushion cover. Because you need to fill out that cover. And it's always going to be 1 inch larger on all different directions.
Right, and the cover is going to be the size of the platform.
Right.
Okay? You're going to work with that because it fits in there, and your foam, as you just said, pushes out.
All right, so we got that so far, and you got to make sure. Because you're going to be
thorough.
That's right. That you have it proportional to your chair.
Yeah.
Because that is very important.
It is important.
Whether it's really low, too, like you just said not that long ago.
Could be very low. Right. And also for your height.
Right.
So you got a little leeway you can work with.
One other thing, not to make it super complicated, where is it going to be going into? Is it going to be with a lot of high furniture in the living room? Is it going to be alone by itself in the corner?
Right. So those things you need to take into consideration. So are you making the covers yourself? Just remember, you're going to make the bands, okay, 1 inch smaller than the actual foam. So make the cover to the size that fits in there, finished.
Right. All right.
Inside the wood, right?
So let's go check who that is.
Yeah. Well, it could be a salesperson. Want to check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. The phone call was bogus.
Okay, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So with this one, what we're going to do next is we establish the seat cushion height.
Right.
That is important. Now we're going to be doing the width. Now with this chair, it could taper from the front to the back.
Yes.
That is very important. We had to deal with that with the designer's chair as well. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the width between the arms is correct and the width between the back rails, because it looked like there's side rails on either side of the chair.
Yeah, we see rails coming up on the sides.
Right. So,
if this is the right chair.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
Yeah.
If that is, go ahead and measure for that.
Or if not, buy these.
That's funny. And skip yours.
Yeah.
So in any case, that is very important as well. Again, you want to make the cushion cover to your platform size and your foam to the size of your cushion cover. So that's what you want to do. Now, we were discussing beforehand.
And it could taper. One more time, just for recap, could taper.
Could taper.
You know.
We were discussing beforehand about the Dacron. Where would you like the Dacron?
You know, here's the thing, Katie. I think that I usually don't put Dacron on the sides when it's going to go into an upholstered chair. So it's fabric on the sides. It just, we do 1 inch out. Okay, and it would just snug its way down in there. It's usually fine. We have no problem. But when you have a freestanding one, that's kind of when you don't want to see it flat. Trust me, it doesn't look good if you have a flat side, a piece of foam here, just like this, and then there's no crown to the side. Even though you're going 1 inch out, it ain't that much. It's only a ½ inch on each side.
Right.
So put some Dacron full wrap. Let's just say this is the top here, okay?
So this is the side.
This is the front.
This is the front, okay.
Yeah, front. Okay, so we're Dacron, full wrap Dacron here, underneath, and on the sides. Don't put it on the zipper.
Right, because that can break your zipper if you get caught in there. It happens all the time. It sucks. Don't do it.
It's a mess. The only way you can get around it, here's a little helpful hint. You can take a piece of fabric and lay it down on there. And then if you have to have Dacron in the back for some reason, or batting, filling, same thing. Okay?
Yeah, poly wrap. I like that. You can glue it on there with some tacky stuff or whatever.
Right, or just avoid it.
Just avoid it. So that's one thing. What was you going to say next?
No, what you mentioned earlier, you have the rails on the side of this particular chair. Okay, so they're coming up like here and one over here. I would do that measurement, finish cover, foam, still 1 inch out, and put Dacron on the side.
The 1 inch out is very important.
It is. Now, for some reason, it's not wanting to stay down into that slat, into that area, and it wants to kind of pop out. You're better off just taking the cover out, taking the cushion out of the cover, okay, and take the Dacron off the sides.
So order it if you have to order it from a upholsterer or from another source, and they offer Dacron. Get the Dacron on the side first. Then, if you run into a problem where it is coming out of that frame, take off the Dacron, because it's easier to take off Dacron than it is to put it back on or put it on.
Yeah, I would do it that way.
All right.
So I hope that answers your question. Now you got one more step too, Katie.
The back cushion.
Right, you got the back cushion. Now that determines on the height of your seat cushion.
Right.
Okay, because we went from the floor on up 18.
Right.
I would do a 4 inch piece of foam.
Exactly. So you have a 4 inch piece of foam in there. Now you have to deduct that amount to the back cushion, because your back cushion is going to be sitting on top of your seat cushion.
That's right. Yeah. So it really depends on where you want it to go. If it's the same as these, we got these two pieces of two pieces of wood on the side rails.
It's almost like comes out like a wing, very tiny.
Yeah, I like it. I'd leave it. I'd stop it right there. So it looks clean. If it sticks kind of high above it, the rail, the back rail, I'm talking about right
so
here.
You're talking about the back part at the top.
Yeah, I wish they could see. Well, I guess they can see it.
Yeah, they can.
There's a rail going here. When it goes above that, it's okay, but I always like it to look clean and right on.
Got it.
So measure minus your foam, okay? Not the cover size, because remember, you've got a 4 inch piece of foam in there. So it'd be 4 inches and then on up to the top of that rail.
Because you still have that crown.
Right.
So, in fact, with the crown at the top of the rail, because you're going to have Dacron again everywhere besides
The zipper.
zipper area.
Even on the back cushion.
Even on the back cushion. So you're going to have it on the top of the back cushion. So even if you're just a little bit away from it, that Dacron and the extra 1 inch around everywhere, dimension-wise, will make sure that you make it just at the top.
Yep. And that's about the best you're going to be able to do. And I like it to be a little snug with the arms in there because then the back cushion doesn't fall over when someone gets out. So it's a little pushed in there just a little bit.
Right, but the Dacron on the side should help with that. So don't try to make the cushion any bigger than that.
1 inch, that's all I would do.
1 inch bigger, the cushion cover?
No, not the cover, the foam.
The foam, okay. So with the cushion cover, keep it the exact same measurement between the arms. Because if you don't, you're going to end up making it look wrinkled by shoving that thing in there, and it's not going to look right.
Yeah, no, it's just in between the arms. I see what you're saying. No, the cover is always fitting the frame.
Right.
Okay, and then the foam does the rest for you.
So one last time, you work with the cushion cover to the actual furniture. You work with the foam insert to the actual cushion cover, and that's it.
Yeah. Can you imagine typing this out?
You gotta be kidding.
That's why we don't do it.
That's insane.
I think we covered everything.
I think so too. The only thing
I love the chairs.
that she had one last question is you're running out of time, Katie, by the way. You know, we're gonna have to start charging you.
Oh my God.
It says
I think you just got off. she just left.
That's funny. Also, if the back of your chair is slanting back, should you make the cushion that shape? The answer is no.
No.
They engineered it that way so that you can lean back.
Because if not, you'd be at 90 degrees.
Right. We had to do a banquet not that long ago, and if you don't lean it back, you will be sitting up like you're hunched over. It's not good. So
it's terrible.
It's uncomfortable.
And that's another video, but you can show them. You could do a wedge. I know what you're talking about, Katie, but no, you don't need to. I wouldn't do the wedge.
No. Especially since how they designed it. I saw it on the angle or on the side. It looks fine. The final thing is she says that the dowel slats on the back, that there's an opening, and she's worried that there's a gap in between there. I don't know if she's worried about the seat cushion falling out through the back.
That's a good question. If you're worried about the seat cushion falling out, do the height from the floor on up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then maybe you need a thicker piece of foam because maybe it's not, I'm sure it's a great design, don't get me wrong, but I mean, if it's going to fall out, yeah, you're going to want your cushion a little bit higher so it hits the closest dowel
that's going over.
From the platform up. You know, for the platform up, you got the closest dowel. Yeah, you might want that seat cushion hitting it.
Because in the ones in the photo that you're seeing right now, they're going vertical. Hers might be going horizontal. So always keep that in mind. If you want, you could attach something to the bottom to make it not slip, but you do have the problem where you can't flip your cushion then. Right. One last thing, just in case, we're trying to cover all the bases here.
We're trying to help you.
Right, definitely. If you have a problem and you don't want to make the cushion cover super thick, so it doesn't slide underneath the dowel. So you have to make it thin enough, but it will slide underneath the dowel. What I would do is I would go ahead and get the non-skid carpet padding and put that on the bottom of your chair. You won't see it, and that will keep your cushion from moving back and forth.
Most likely moving back and forth. We get these calls all the time like everybody else does. Block caller.
Nice.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Well, they got to make a living, I guess.
Yeah.
But not here.
Hopefully that helped, Katie, and hopefully cover all the bases. We'll find out.
Sorry for the long message.
Yeah, if you have any questions, please let us know.
Hope it helped, Katie.
Definitely. All right, Katie, thank you so much for that question. That was actually a really good one.
It was a good one.
I like that one.
Hope it made sense to you.
Yeah. So we have the next question is from Big Boy 70. I have a leather chair with a cushion that needs restuffing. The cushion measures 24 inches wide, 28 inches long, and 7 or 8 inches thick. I have a hard time finding some foam this size. Help.
Yeah.
And we can understand. It is pretty hard to find it. Even the link that I have for Amazon won't work. And that's why we went ahead and made a separate email for you guys to email us for these custom orders that we can go ahead and place for you. With the same supplier that we use for the trade. They're a great company. We've been using them for a really long time.
Yep.
And they will do custom cuts, which should help. So if you want to go ahead and email that to us, we'll go ahead and email that out to you. And we also are doing a discount as well on them because you guys are loyal customers of ours on YouTube.
So we appreciate it.
Definitely.
Loyal followers. We appreciate it very much. But what you can do to save a little bit of money is you take, what's his name? Oh, Big Boy 70. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what you do is take a piece of foam, okay, and let's just say, what do you need, 7 inches? 7 or 8 inches.
7 and 8 inches. So let's say 8 because it's easier, right?
Okay, all right, yeah. So you should be able to find a 6-inch piece of foam. Okay, that's usually not too rare. Because 7 or 8, it's kind of rare. You are getting into like a mattress size. So what we could do is take a 6-inch piece of foam, and let's just make the compression 26. 26.
Okay? Because it's so thick, it's going to be
you're gonna
too hard if you do anything more compression.
Right. So 26, okay, or thereabout. You might have an 1826. We've talked about this before. The 18 is the density, and the latter number, the 26 or the 32, is the compression.
Right, that's how hard or firm it is, the last number. The first number is about quality. Now, 18 is still good. It's used around the world, I guess, or at least in our area, for the...
it's around the world.
It's a standard.
It's standard.
It's standard.
Even 15 is standard.
Yeah, so you can even lower there.
That's why everyone needs cushions, because honestly, it's junk. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry, but it's true.
It is.
That's why we do 26, the best we can find.
Right, it lasts a lot longer. So standard 18, you're still okay.
You're going to be fine.
If you can find that, go ahead.
Right. So you need an 8-inch piece, okay? Get a can. I don't have any, unfortunately. We use glue. Oh my God, I left it in there a little too long, but it's still movable. Okay. This is actually an apparatus that we use. I forget the name of it. They call it Critter. Yeah, and we hook it up to the air hose. This is foam glue. It's red because you can tell how much you're spraying, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is you can get a can of spray. You get one 6-inch piece of foam, and you get, 8-inch? You need 2 1-inch pieces, and you glue them on each side.
Right.
Okay, and I would do probably the softer, okay, or the same compression.
Right.
Okay?
Either way will work, but softer might be nicer.
Yeah, you like it, man. You like it because you get that nice soft crown. The higher quality pieces, I find, do that.
Yeah, if you want to, because he's saying, if you're saying your bands are 8 inches, which is quite large.
That's big.
That's quite large. So what I would go ahead and do, and correct me if I'm wrong, try to find as soft as a foam as you can, but get 2 2-inch pieces and put them on the side, and then skip the Dacron. Because you could go
Put
ahead,
them on the top and the bottom?
Yeah, top and the bottom. Skip the Dacron. You might be able to fit that in there if it's really soft compression. What do you think?
If it's really soft, if it's like the density, let's just say you're finding a 15 or an 18, or hopefully a 26, and then the compression would be like a 16. That'd be for like a very soft outside, back cushion. 16 is nice and soft. You don't want anything firm like that.
No, especially for a back cushion. But you're not, So
work with the numbers. You just do a 6-inch, 1-inch on one side, very soft, 16 compression on the bottom. And like you said, you go a little bit larger and skip the Dacron if you want to do that. But that'll save you a little bit of money. You get a can you get a connection or a link?
Actually, I do have a connection for that. So I'll link that in the description below.
Yeah, 1 can will do you.
Yeah.
It'll be perfectly fine. Spray it nice and even on both sides, meaning the 1-inch spray that, the actual 6-inch spray that. Obviously, line it up. I know you know this, but line it up, perfectly, lay it down. But once it goes on there, big guy,
you're not going to get it off.
Getting it off, man. I said big guy. What's his name?
Big Boy.
Big Boy. So
Big Boy 70.
Once again, Big Boy 70. I think it's so cool. So once you get it on there, man, it ain't coming off. No. You're going to be tearing that foam to pieces. So make sure it's lined up at your corners. Flip it over, spray. Lay it down there. And you're good to go. And you're good to go. That's how you're going to get it less expensive. If you order a big piece of foam like that, man, it's going to be a lot of money.
Yeah. So it's really up to you.
Because you're talking 28 inches deep, too.
Yeah, 28 inches deep and 24 inches wide.
Forgive me for digressing a little bit, but it is on the subject. It's a polyurethane. And in 2008, man, when that oil went up and it hit, I think it was like 100, he laughed. It was like 100.
I've heard this before.
Well, he's heard it a lot. It was $100+ a barrel, okay? Man, everything went stupid. I mean, my friends were losing their business, and that's the truth in this trade. And the foam is a byproduct. Mm-hmm. That's my whole point. A lot of the fabrics that we use are byproduct because they're poly. They're oil byproduct, like polyester and so forth. So everything went up.
Everything.
UPS went up. I understand. I get it. They had to serve, gas charge. Nothing went. You know it. Especially, Big Boy 70. I don't know if that refers to your age. I don't know. But you know what's going on when they don't bring it back down.
No.
Okay, so that's why foam's so expensive.
It's been expensive ever since then. It was a lot cheaper.
They went up, they never came back down. I mean, the barrel went down to as low as I think $30 a barrel.
Recently.
Yeah, in 2016, and nothing changed. So anyhow, you can know how I feel about that because that's wrong.
Definitely.
It's wrong.
No joke.
Yeah. I got a little serious there.
That's fine.
I don't care. It makes me mad, man. It hurts businesses.
It does.
You know, people are like, I ain't paying that, and I don't blame them. But when you buy bulk and it comes over from overseas, I don't know how you feel about that, well, then it's a lot cheaper
Yeah.
because they're buying in such massive quantities. But that's another video. I can tell you how they're doing that. And I know you probably already know. I hope that helped, Big Boy 70.
All right, that's good. So we got Shannon next. It says, great video and very informative. We made something that to me seems daunting. So I guess she said we've. I said that wrong. So you've made something that to me seems.
Nicole made something that was daunting.
Yeah, that is true. We didn't do that. So Nicole did all that.
Yeah.
Seems fairly easy. One question. I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't see the link at the end of the video for ordering the track and mechanism. Would you be able to comment that information?
Yes.
With that information. So actually, the link is in the description below. So it's not at the end of the video, but you can definitely find it in the description below. It should be say Rally Company. It's underneath supplies. So it'd be supplies, and then the link, Rally Company, which is a great place. We get a lot of supplies for there, mainly for draperies.
Yeah.
We've gotten like some fabric glues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But go ahead, you can go ahead and find it there. They will ask for your email before you can look at any of the prices. So if you see something pop up and it's like, hey, what's this? It's just asking for your email. Go ahead and send the email and they'll give you all the prices right there.
And you're good to go. So it's in the description.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon.
You can definitely check that out. I'll even link it in the comment as well so you can see it there.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Great questions.
So, once again, repeat. Can you imagine typing all this out?
No.
Thank you for listening. We did contact you. Hopefully you did watch the video. Hopefully you're hearing us right now. But we told you we'd answer it via video.
Yep.
All right?
So thank you guys. And in fact, that alarm said I had to do my laundry. So you can tell we're busy.
Yeah, we got to get going. We got to do a garden video.
Yeah, we do.
All right, thanks for watching.
Let's go
See you
do it.
next time.